Have you ever seen your dog give you that look after they've done something wrong? The lowered head, the soft eyes, the slow, careful approach. Most people call it a guilty look and assume their dog knows they messed up. But what if that's not guilt at all? What if your dog is trying to apologize in a language you've never been taught to understand? What if those moments you dismiss as your dog knowing better are actually desperate attempts to repair a bond they think is breaking? Here's the heartbreaking truth. Dogs don't apologize because they understand right and wrong the way humans do. They apologize because their entire biology is wired to maintain harmony with you. When they sense you're upset, their stress levels spike and their ancient pack instincts scream one message: fix this now, before the bond shatters. The problem is, most owners completely miss these apology signals, or worse, they reject them without realizing it. And every time that happens, your dog learns that their attempts to reconnect don't work, that you might not forgive them, that the bond they'd die to protect might already be broken. In this video, you'll discover the 5 ways dogs apologize to humans, and the 5th one? It's the most devastating, because it's the apology your dog makes when they think they've lost you forever. Stay with me, because once you understand this, you will never look at your dog the same way again. You're standing in your living room, staring at the chewed cushion or the puddle on the floor. Your jaw is tight. Your arms are crossed. You haven't said a word yet, but the air feels heavy. Then you hear it, the soft click of nails on the floor as your dog approaches. Slowly, carefully. They stop a few feet away. Their body is low. Their tail does this tiny, uncertain wag. You feel their eyes on you, searching your face for any sign that things might be okay. The weight of that moment presses on your chest because you can feel how badly they need your forgiveness. That moment is not random. For over 15,000 years, dogs have evolved alongside humans, developing social intelligence that even wolves don't possess. Dr. Brian Hare at Duke University discovered that dogs can read human facial expressions and emotional states in ways no other species can. When your dog senses your disappointment, their cortisol levels spike within seconds. Research published in Animal Cognition found that dogs display appeasement behaviors specifically designed to reduce tension with humans. These behaviors trigger oxytocin release in both you and your dog, the same bonding hormone that connects mothers to babies. Your dog's brain is literally wired to repair emotional breaks with you. A study from Azabu University in Japan measured this response and found that when dogs make soft eye contact with upset owners, both experience a 300% increase in oxytocin within minutes. In other words, your dog's entire nervous system is built to love you so deeply that your anger feels like a survival threat they must immediately fix. Apology 1. The submissive approach. Please don't push me away. Have you noticed how your dog moves toward you after they've done something wrong? Their body drops low to the ground. Their ears pin back flat against their skull. They approach in slow motion, almost crawling, with their belly nearly touching the floor. This is pure wolf ancestry. In wolf packs, lower-ranking members approach leaders this way to signal they're not a threat and to request reassurance. Your dog is making themselves as small and vulnerable as possible, hoping you'll accept their surrender. Their tail might do a low, tentative wag. Their eyes stay soft, avoiding direct stare. Every muscle in their body is saying, "I'm not challenging you. I need you. Please don't reject me." One dog owner shared that her German Shepherd would army crawl across the entire room after knocking over the trash. She thought he was being dramatic until a trainer explained that crawl was the most sincere apology her dog knew how to give. The lower he got, the more desperately he was begging for forgiveness. Once she started kneeling down and speaking softly instead of standing over him, his anxiety during these moments disappeared completely. When your dog makes themselves small, they're offering you their dignity in exchange for your love. Apology 2. The soft eye contact. I'm trying to reconnect our bond. Why does your dog keep glancing at your face after they've upset you? Not a hard stare, but quick, soft looks. Their eyes flick to yours, then away, then back again. It looks like nervousness, but it's so much more intentional than that. This is your dog trying to activate the oxytocin loop. When dogs make gentle eye contact with their owners, both brains release the bonding hormone that makes you feel connected. Your dog knows this instinctively. They're trying to chemically repair the relationship by triggering the biological response that makes you both feel love. They're dosing you with connection, hoping it will soften your anger and remind you that you belong to each other. One dog owner shared that after scolding her Labrador, he would sit across the room and just keep looking at her face. Not begging, not whining, just looking. She finally realized he was waiting for her to look back with soft eyes, to signal that forgiveness was possible. The moment she did, his whole body would relax, and he'd approach carefully for reassurance. When your dog seeks your eyes after conflict, they're trying to rebuild the bridge between your hearts. Apology 3. The offering. Take what I love most. Have you ever been upset with your dog and suddenly found their favorite toy dropped at your feet? Not to play, they're not bouncing or barking. They just place it there gently, then back away and watch your face. This breaks my heart every single time. Dogs understand value. They know which toy they guard, which one they sleep with, which one brings them comfort. And when they bring that precious object to you during tension, they're making a sacrifice. Your dog is saying, "Here is the thing that makes me happy. Maybe it will make you happy too. Maybe this will fix us." They're trying to change your emotional state by offering their most treasured possession. One dog owner shared that after yelling at her border collie, she sat on the couch still fuming. Her dog disappeared, then returned carrying his oldest, most worn ball, the one he'd had since he was a puppy. He placed it in her lap, then sat down and just stared at her face. She started crying because she finally understood. He was giving her his childhood, hoping it would buy back her smile. When your dog brings you their treasure during conflict, they're showing you that you matter more than anything else they own. Drop your dog's name in the comments if they've ever tried to win you back with a gift. I want to see a wall of loyal hearts. Apology 4. The lean. I need to feel we're still connected. Why does your dog press their entire body weight against your legs after you've been upset with them? They don't look at you, they don't whine, they just lean into you and stay there, like they're trying to physically glue the bond back together. Dogs have scent glands in their paws and along their bodies. When they lean on you, they're covering you in their scent while absorbing yours. They're chemically remarking you as their person, restoring the pack signature that tells their nervous system, we still belong to each other. This physical contact also triggers oxytocin release in both of you. Your dog is using their body weight to ground you, to stabilize the emotional storm, to prove through touch that the relationship is still solid. A person once wrote that their Great Dane would pin them gently against the counter whenever tension filled the house. He wouldn't move until they took a deep breath. He wasn't being pushy. He was acting as a living anchor, refusing to let them drift away into anger alone. When your dog leans on you after conflict, they're trying to physically hold the relationship together. Apology 5. The silent shadow. I'll wait here until you love me again. This is the apology that destroys me because it's so quiet that most people never even see it. After you've been upset, does your dog just settle nearby? They don't touch you or beg for attention. They just position themselves in the same room, maybe facing away, but staying close. This is called proximity maintenance. In wolf packs, being cast out means death. By staying near you without demanding contact, your dog is saying, I'm not leaving. I'm not giving up on us. I'll wait here as long as it takes for you to forgive me. They're respecting your space while refusing to abandon hope. They're holding a vigil for your love, monitoring your breathing and body language, ready to reconnect the second you give permission. One dog owner shared the most heartbreaking story. After snapping at their golden retriever during a stressful day, they went to their bedroom to calm down. Their dog followed silently, laid down 6 feet away, and just sighed. He didn't ask for anything. He just wanted to be near their anger, proving he wasn't going anywhere. When they finally looked at him and patted the bed, he approached with such gentle relief that they both started crying. When your dog becomes your silent shadow after conflict, they're proving that their loyalty is stronger than your worst moment. But here are the warning signs you must never ignore, because missing these apologies damages more than just the moment. If your dog stops approaching you after mistakes and instead hides or shuts down, they may have learned that their apologies are rejected. If your dog avoids eye contact completely or seems terrified during corrections, their trust in you is cracking. If your dog appears anxious even when they haven't done anything wrong, they might be living in fear of your unpredictable anger. If you find yourself staying mad for hours while your dog waits in confused silence,
You're teaching them that forgiveness is impossible.
your dog is always speaking. The only question is whether you are listening. Here's what you can start doing today to honor your dog's apologies and strengthen your bond. First, recognize the signal immediately. When your dog shows any apology behavior, take a breath and soften your body language. Your calm response tells their nervous system that repair is possible. Second, accept their offering. If your dog brings a toy, licks your hand, or leans on you, acknowledge it. Touch them gently. Say their name with warmth. Let them know their apology was received. Third, use the oxytocin loop. Make soft eye contact and speak in a low, gentle voice. This triggers bonding hormones in both your brains and chemically reinforces that the relationship is safe. Fourth, give them closure. Dogs need to know when forgiveness is complete. Invite them closer with a pat or a gentle word. Without closure, they stay in anxious limbo for hours. Fifth, separate the behavior from the bond. You can address what they did wrong later, calmly. In the apology moment, your only job is to preserve the relationship that makes all future training possible. Every time your dog apologizes to you, they're proving something that took 15,000 years of evolution to build. They're showing you that maintaining their bond with you matters more than their pride, their comfort, or their safety. They don't hold grudges. They don't keep score. They just love you, mess up, panic that they've lost you, and then offer everything they have to pull you back. Your dog doesn't need you to be perfect. They just need you to let them back in when they're standing at the door of your heart with their whole soul in their eyes, asking if you still want them. Tell me your dog's name and share the apology that melts your heart every time. I read every single comment, and I want to know about the dog who taught you what unconditional forgiveness looks like. Next video, we're talking about what your dog's tail position reveals about their true emotional state.